Okay, so I unboxed my griddle and I took it out and got it all set up and cooked some bacon, and the bacon turned out wonderfully. It didn't evenly cook it, so there's one thing there. So check. Uh, and then the cleanup is horrendous. Why, you ask? So when I had it all, because I have to have it on my stove, it threw grease everywhere, all over my stove, ran it down the front of my stove onto the floor. You'll see that in the video. And it also filled up this container. Why, you ask? Because it's tiny, and apparently it doesn't hold a pound of bacon, and so I'm trying to get this out of here without spilling, first of all. And where is it going to go? I have no idea where it's going to go. I didn't think of that when I pulled it out. So, shit. I am going to get grease all over the... Okay, let's not panic. It does sit on its own. Okay, so it's sitting there. But if I didn't have that, that's how much grease would have went all over. And it is everywhere underneath here. Are you kidding me? It's, oh my God, it's everywhere. It's all over. Can you see the outline? Can you see it? And it's all over here. Oh my God, it's a disaster. It is a complete disaster. I don't know what to do. Yeah, crap. Well, why is that thing so small? You have all this, okay, probably because you don't want it under the heat. I get it, okay. Well, shit, you know, live and learn, right? Oh my gosh. I'm still making these stupid, disastrous mistakes. It's crazy. Oh, it's just dripping all over the place. I don't know how to clean it up. All I can do is what? Waste a whole roll of paper towels, I guess. I have no idea what to do. Besides just sop it up with paper towels and then go from there. And it didn't even drain all the oil. There's still a whole bunch of oil in the pan. I'm just spreading it around. Unfortunately. I don't know, it's got to be under there somewhere. I got to do this and underneath and in the front. And, oh yeah, right? Okay, so first off, I got to get this emptied into something, anything. Hey, move, please. Move, move, move. Okay, yeah, move, young man. My dog is right underneath my feet. I got something. With my handy dancer can't reach. Get this out of the cabinet. Tool. Oh my gosh. Okay, here we go. I have this jar here that I will probably never use for anything because of the size of it. But now, look at me putting it to use. And let's see if I can move, please, young man. This, and I'm going to take this. Alright, here is my handy dandy. Don't spill it on anything. Oh my God, it's going to spill. Okay, see if I can do this. I got a big opening, so, oh, look at me. Ho ho ho! Looky there. I did. I saved all that oil. Now I can put this back in here and probably get the rest of this oil off this pan by... Oh boy, hang on. There we go. Okay. I probably should use a spatula. I can do it with a spatula. See if I can get the rest of this oil down this hole. The hole may be clogged. I don't know. Oh, there it goes. It was clogged, but no, it's not. This might clog it. I don't know. So I could probably pull this off. I don't know. So, do I fit it down the hole? Do I try and lift it off? I have no idea. None whatsoever. So there's some of this oil. But, you know, I mean, I just think, like, it should be, because it can be down here doing you can make it double the width by putting it in on the whole thing, like the handle and everything, you know what I mean? Like just making it one big one without going any further underneath the pan. So there is an issue there. So $25, do I feel like I got my money's worth? I think I would have felt like I got my money's worth if it cost $19.99. 25 is a little steep. $5 is kind of make or break the deal, right? Because I can go to the store and buy a $25 frying pan and not make this kind of disastrous mess. Like, this isn't big enough because it filled up on 1 pound of bacon. I'd have cleaned it out afterwards, but I mean, I would have expected it to be semi-full, but not, oh shit. You know what I did? I just dumped it in there without the strainer. Like, yeah, no, I'm not joking. I did that. I'm gonna have to strain it again. How do I do that? Bitch. Okay, so here I am pouring it back into the dish. And I'm not sure doing what with it. I'm not sure where I'm going with this. So, crap. I mean, I don't mind dirtying another dish, but seems like kind of a hassle. Okay, get the rest of it in there. I should have just poured it all in there, right? Let's rinse this out. I'm gonna wash the jar. Because I wanted clean bacon grease, you know. Put it in a jar, put it in the fridge. You got bacon grease to use, and it's not working out that way. But everything has to be a disastrous mess. I haven't even cleaned the front. It's starting to dry. Oh God, it's a disaster. Yep. Okay, so I'm good. Let's get this dried up. So we can put the oil in here, or the bacon grease, I should say. There we are. Okay, so we're going to try this again. I'm going to go ahead and pour this down there first. And I might be able to do this with the right hand. I am not sure, but I think, yes, I'm good. All right, that worked out to our advantage. And so now we have some bacon grease that we can put in the refrigerator and use when we cook. I'm not going to attempt to get any more out of that and into the jar. I think what I got right here is cool. Yeah, look at that bacon grease. Doesn't that look nice? Okay, so this will go in the fridge. Clean out the refrigerator. I have a couple little things in there that need to either be eaten or go bye-bye. Okay, so this can be pulled out. I have this washcloth here. I'll start on the cord because this, my dear, is oily as well. We just made a complete mess. So if you use it, just beware that you're going to have to clean the whole thing, spick and span, you know, all over it. So especially with and you know, empty that a couple of times throughout the cooking process. So, and now we get into we get elbow deep into it. Don't you dare go over the edge. I'm telling you, don't you dare. I'm just doing it lightly because I don't want it to penetrate the edge and go down in between, which has not happened yet, so which is a good thing. And I just want to get the rest of this out here. So I semi like this. If I were going to make pancakes, I would use this for pancakes for sure. Would I use it for bacon again? Probably not. It's just too much of a cleanup. It's splattered grease. I mean, unless you have a dome to put over the damn thing. So, yeah, no, probably not bacon. But I would definitely do. Now I don't think sausage splatters as much. Maybe I could just find a flat piece of fire-resistant material that I could put on my countertop. I'm not sure if there's anything like that out there on the market. And then I could put this on the countertop, and it would have a fire-resistant shield between this and the countertop. So, I don't know. I think, like, I'm covering up my stove. Why not just use my stove? You know what I mean? And then underneath here is probably all yucky as well. But yeah, so there's that. It overflowed all over my stove, the oil. So I'm going to go ahead and try to go over this thing one more time. Put a little more. I mean, it's pretty, that's for sure. If I sat it sideways, I could only waste 2 burners, right? But then why not buy the one that I can just set on the burners and heat them that way? I don't know. But this griddle is clean now. So, yeah, I mean, yeah. But pancakes for sure. I would use it for pancakes. If I could set it like that, yeah, absolutely, right? I mean, wouldn't want half of your stove to be a griddle, right? But cord is not long enough, and the pan is too long because it goes butts up right against the back. So where, you know, you would have to have it like this, and the cord's not long enough. So putting it on you're going to either waste these 3 burners, or you're going to waste these 3 burners. So either way, and then oil has splattered all the way up here, and it's ran all the way down my stove and onto my floor. It's a horrible mess, by the way. But I probably would not choose to buy it again. So lesson learned. I'll use this one because I bought it, but yep, lesson learned for sure. And I might bring it out someday if I find, you know, I can do a little bit of research on that flame or heat resistant coating. I could get maybe a piece. I don't know. I would do that. If I could have my whole stove and the griddle, that's would be a goal for me. But see, on the countertop, I could set it back where it's plugged in and this fits. You know? So, yeah, there's that. Okay, it's clean enough, I believe. And now I gotta find a place to store it. Where am I gonna store it? I don't know. I'll probably store this in a different place than that. You know what I mean? Like I'll put this in the drawer and then store this sideways somewhere, upwards, somewhere. So this will go in the drawer, which I've already cleaned. And I have room in that drawer for it. All of this, I gotta get some dishwater going. And get all these dirty, greasy dishes rinsed off. I probably don't want to go down the drain with that. There we go. I have a garbage disposal, but I don't think grease is appropriate to put down the drain, so I try hard not to do that. And this thing I will have to use a napkin to get the rest of the deck out of here, or a paper towel. I'm just going to use the ones I've already used to get the rest of the deck out so it doesn't go down the drain. A little more soap in there. No problem. Nice hot foamy dishwater. Okay, so there's that. Get the rest of this cleaned up. And then I'm going to make some pancakes. Get this cleaned up. Do the feet of this thing. Okay. Oh boy. What a disaster. Probably have to pick this up and clean underneath these and all the burners and all that. Oh yeah. And I have some of the, look at that. It's the grease I'm wiping up from in front of my stove. Yeah, it's a disaster. I don't understand how that bacon produced so much oil. Like it's all over the stove. It's all under the burners and the thingies and on the floor and in the drawer and on the floor. Make a song out of that. Let it roll, let it roll, making breeze go everywhere. That was stupid, but I don't care. Yep, so there's that. And I'm probably going to be cleaning up grease for days. For days and days and days and days. Alright, we're going to go so I can get this rinsed and soaked back up. A little rinse here. Okay. One more round of this, and then we have to go over it with some glass cleaner, with some polish. Because it got on every inch of the stove. Every little inch. Oh yeah. And it made a catastrophic disaster. So. Like, what was I thinking? You guys are probably screaming at me, no, don't griddle bacon on the stove. So, let me tell you a story about, so after my Spokane incident, and I think that I've posted that story already, I saved up more money and I decided I'm going to go live with my dad. And I got down there, and him and my brother Clay and Clay's best friend Sean also lived with my dad. So now it was the four of us. And I thought, oh, this is cool. I can clean and cook and, you know, do things like that, do their laundry, da-da-da. And so that's what I decided to do, you know. And then I got a job at the mall, at the Orange Julius. And I worked there for a little bit. And I didn't mind living in Utah. So let me tell you about the first time I ever made tacos. Oh yeah, we're gonna go there. So I'm down in Utah living with my dad and my brother and my brother's best friend, right? And I think I need to wipe these out underneath here. I think I do, yeah. Yep, there's grease underneath. So we don't want that. I'll burn the smoke. I'll turn them on after I get done wiping it all out and everything. And we'll see how much grease is left in there. Yep, see, look, it got down below. So I gotta lift the whole thing. Oh, it's a disaster. It's all around the rim. Holy moly, this is not gonna clean this up. Wow. So much grease everywhere. Okay, so this needs to be, they all need to be washed. They're coated in oil underneath. It's terrible. Okay, this one not so bad. But this one, oh my gosh, look. Can you see all that oil? Yeah, it's like coated in it. I mean, this isn't worth the cleanup, I'm telling you that, that's for sure. This is definitely not worth the cleanup that it's costing me. And I think I just did this stove. I just cleaned this stove exactly like this, like 3 or 4 days ago. Yeah. So here we are cleaning it again. And because it's coated in oil. Oh my God. It only actually got underneath in one spot, so I'm good there. So let's lift this up. I believe you can see, and it's all down the side right here. Oh my gosh, what a disaster. All underneath. And, do you see that? So that's the only place I actually got. Well, there's more, a little bit more over here, and it's like dripping from underneath, you know. So I'm gonna have to go over this, and it's kind of along here as well. Yep. Damn it. Huh. Oh, that sucks. Yep. That sucks. Wow. New place, and I've already destroyed it. Jesus. Okay. Oh boy. Okay. Well, it's going to take a couple more times, I suppose. Oh, by the way, if you didn't know, this lifts up on stoves, so you can clean them. Huh. Who'd have thought, huh? I've known this trick for a lot of people don't know it though. I'm like, what? Oh, what? Okay, so I got the majority of the oil wiped up, or, you know, smeared around or whatever. My friend's calling. Hang on.